Welcome to AZ-104 Microsoft Azure Administrator Exam Preparation course. In this course, we will cover entire AZ-104 certification course. The course is separated into 5 domains. The course content covers implementing, managing and monitoring identity and governance, compute, storage, networking and backup in Azure cloud environment. At the end of this course, you should have strong understanding of Azure core services, Azure workloads, security, and governance. Domain 1 will cover manage Azure identities and governance. The first topic we will be looking at manage Azure AD objects. Under manage Azure AD objects, we will look at what is Azure Active Directory, how to create users and groups, how to manage users and group properties, managing device settings, how to perform bulk user update, manage guest account, and finally we will look at how to configure Azure AD join and configure self-service password reset. What is Azure Active Directory? The Azure Active Directory is a Microsoft multi-tenant cloud-based directory services and identity management services. Azure AD provides users and business with single sign-on access to cloud application, especially SaaS applications such as Office 365, Dropbox, Concur, Workday, and Salesforce. As an application developer, it allows you to focus on application deployment by making it fast, simple to integrate with your identity management services. Azure AD benefits and features. The first important benefits of Azure Active Directory is that with Azure Active Directory, you can single sign on to any cloud or on-premise web app. Azure Active Directory provides single sign on to cloud and on-premise applications including Microsoft Office 365 and thousands of SaaS applications such as Salesforce, Workday, DocuSign, ServiceNow, and Box. With Azure Active Directory, you can work with iOS, macOS, Android, and Windows devices. Users can launch applications from their personalized web-based access panel, mobile app, Office 365, or custom company portals using their existing working credentials. And also, you can have the same experience whether they are working on iOS or macOS, Android, or Windows devices. Azure Active Directory helps you to protect on-premises web application with secure remote access. Access to your on-premise web applications from everywhere and protect with multi-factor authentications, conditional access policies, and group-based access management. Users can access SaaS and on-premises web apps from the same portal. With Azure Active Directory, you can also easily extend Active Directory to cloud. You can connect Active Directory and other on-premises directories to Azure Active Directory in just a few clicks and maintain a consistent set of users, groups, passwords, and devices across both environments. Azure Active Directory helps you to protect sensitive data and applications. You can enhance your application access security with unique identity protections capabilities and provide a consolidated view into suspicious sign-in activities and potential vulnerabilities. You can also take advantage of advanced security reports, notifications, remediations, recommendations, and risk-based policies protect your business from current and future threats. Finally, with Azure Active Directory, you can reduce cost and enhance security with self-service capabilities. You can delegate important tasks such as resetting password and creation of groups, and managing your users and groups to your employees, providing self-service application access and password management through verification steps can reduce help desk calls and enhance security. Next, we look at some of the Azure AD terminology. Identity. Identity is defined as a thing that can be authenticated. An identity can be users with username and password. The identities also include application or other services that might require authentication through secret keys or certificates. Account. Account is identity that has data associated with it. You cannot have an account without an identity. Azure AD account. Azure AD account is an identity created through Azure AD or other Microsoft Cloud services such as Microsoft 365. The identities are stored in Azure AD and accessible to your organization's cloud service subscriptions. Account Administrator. Account Administrator is a role that has access to Azure Account Center and enables you to manage all your subscriptions in an account. Service Administrator. Service Administrator is a role that has equivalent access of a user who is assigned an owner role at subscription scope. Owner. Owner is a role that helps to access all Azure resources, including access. This role is built in new authorization system called Azure Role-Based Access Control (RBAC) that provides fine-grained access management to Azure resources. Azure Global Administrator. Azure AD Global Administrator is the administrator role assigned to automatically to whomever created the Azure AD tenant. The global administrator can do all the administrative functions for Azure AD and any service that federate to Azure AD such as Exchange services, SharePoint services, and Sky for Business services. You can have multiple global administrators, but only global administrators can assign administrative role, including assigning other global administrators to users. Azure subscriptions. Azure subscriptions is used to pay for Azure cloud services. You can have many subscriptions and they are linked to credit card. Azure Tenant. Azure Tenant is a dedicated and trusted instances of Azure AD that is automatically created when your organization signs up for Microsoft Cloud Service subscriptions such as Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Intune, or Microsoft 365. An Azure tenant represents a single organization. Single tenant. Single tenant is an Azure tenant that accesses other services in a dedicated environment is considered to be a single tenant. Multi-tenant. Multi-tenant is Azure tenant that accesses other services in a shared environment across multiple organizations is considered to be a multi-tenant. Azure Active Directory. In Azure Active Directory, each Azure tenant has a dedicated and trusted Azure AD directory. Azure AD directory includes tenant users, groups, and apps. Is used to perform identity and access management function for tenant resources. Custom domain. Every new Azure Active Directory domain comes with an initial domain name. Example domain name at Microsoft.com. In addition to initial name, you can also add your organization domain names. That names you can use to do business and your users can use to access your organization resources. And also the names, custom domain names will be helps us to create user name familiar to users. Microsoft account is a personal account that provides access to your Microsoft products and cloud services such as Outlook, OneDrive, Xbox Live, or Microsoft 365. Your Microsoft account is created and stored in Microsoft Consumer Identity Account System that is run by Microsoft. We will look at difference between the Active Domain Services versus Azure Active Directory. The differences between Active Domain Services versus Azure Active Directory. In Active Domain Services, it is used in a traditional Windows-based AD domain services, which is hosted on a physical or a virtual service. Whereas in Azure AD, it is a Microsoft cloud-based identity solutions in cloud. The Active Domain Services is mainly used for authorization into domain. The Azure AD is a multi-tenant identity solutions hosted in the cloud. The authentication protocol used in Active Domain Services, that is the on-premise data centers, is Kerberos and NTLM protocol. Whereas in Azure Active Directory, the authentication protocol used is SAML, OpenID Connect, and OAuth. In Active Domain Services, you can create OU and group policy in directory services. Whereas Azure AD is a flat structure, you cannot create OU and group policies. In Active Domain Services, you can query using LDAP protocol. In Azure AD, you can query using REST API or AD Graph API. We will look at Azure Active Directory editions. Azure Active Directory comes in 4 different editions. They are Azure Active Directory Free Editions, Azure Active Directory Office 365 Editions, Azure Active Directory Premium P1 Editions, and Azure Active Directory Premium P2 Editions. First, we'll look at Azure Active Directory Free Editions. Azure Active Directory Free Edition provides users and group management, on-premise synchronizations. It also provides you basic reports and allows users to have a single sign-on access across Azure, Office 365, and many other SaaS applications. Azure Active Directory Office 365 app. In this edition, it is included in Office 365. In addition to free features, the Azure AD Office 365 edition provides identity and access management for Office 365 apps, including branding, multi-factor authentications, MFA, group access management, and self-service password reset for cloud users. Azure Active Directory Premium P1. In this addition to free features, Azure AD Premium P1 allows hybrid users to access both on-premise and cloud resources. It supports advanced administration such as dynamic groups, self-service group management, and self-service password reset for on-premise users. Azure Active Directory Premium P2 editions. In addition to free and premium P1 features, Azure Active Directory Premium P2 edition offers Azure Identity Protection to help risk-based conditional access to your apps and company data, and also privilege identity management helps to discover, restrict, and monitor administrators and their access to resources and provide just-in-time access when needed. Previous sections we saw about different Azure Active Directory editions. In this section, we'll look at differences between Azure Active Directory editions. We have 4 different Azure Active Directory editions: free editions, Office 365 editions, Premium P1 editions, and Premium P2 editions. But here we look at what are the differences between these four editions in Azure Active Directory. Directory objects in Azure Active Directory free editions, you can create up to 5 lakhs directory objects in free editions. Whereas in Office 365 editions and Premium P1 and Premium P2 editions, you can create unlimited number of directory objects, single sign-on. In Azure Active free editions, you can create up to 10 application for single sign-on. It is similar to
Office 65 editions also, you can create up to 10 apps as a single sign-on in Office 65 editions. Whereas in Premium P1 and P2 editions, the single sign-on is unlimited. Identity and access management. Identity and access management is available in all the four different editions. Free editions, Office 65 editions, Premium P1 and Premium P2 editions. B2B collaborations, business to business collaborations. Business to business collaborations is available in free editions, Office 65 editions, Premium P1 editions, and Premium P2 editions. Identity and access management for Office 365 apps. Identity and access management for Office 365 apps is not available in free editions, how, whereas it is available in all other three editions, Office 365 editions, Premium P1 and Premium P2. Hybrid identities. Hybrid identity is nothing but you have access to your on-premise resources as well as cloud resources. In free editions and Office 365 editions, you don't have hybrid identities. Premium P1 and Premium P2 hybrid identities is available. Group access management. Group access management is not available in free editions and Office 365 editions. It is available in Premium P1 and Premium P2 editions. Conditional access. Conditional access is not available in free editions and Office 365 editions. It is available in Premium P1 and Premium P2 editions. Identity protections. Identity protections is not available in free editions, Office 65 editions, and Premium P1 editions. It is only available in Premium P2 editions. Identity governance. Identity governance is not available in free editions, Office 65 editions, and Premium P1 editions. It is only available in Premium P2 editions. Azure AD Join. The Azure Active Directory enables you to single sign-on to devices, apps, and services from anywhere. As IT administrator, you must ensure that corporate assets are protected and devices meet the standard for security and compliance. We look at definition for Azure AD Join. Azure AD Join allows you to connect your organization provided laptops, computer, mobile devices, or any other devices to your organization domain using AD Join. Joining your apps and devices in cloud using Azure AD Join. It allows you to register your devices with AD domain and allows you to sign into these devices using Microsoft account. Hence, it allows you to access your organization resources using Azure AD account. Azure AD Join provides following benefit. Single sign-on. It allows you to access your organizational resources and services using single sign-on. Enterprise compliant roaming. Users don't need to use Microsoft account to connect to these devices. Access to Microsoft Store for Business. Using your Azure AD account, you can have access to your Microsoft Store for Business. Windows Hello. It supports for secure and convenient access to work resources. Restriction of access. It allows restricted access to your apps and does not meet the security and compliance policy. Seamless access to on-premise resources. You have access to on-premise domain controller. To connect your devices under Azure AD, you have two options. Registering. When you register a device to Azure AD, the Azure AD enables you to manage device identity. The registering device with Azure AD allows you to authenticate to devices when you sign into Azure AD. Joining. The joining of device is extension of registering your devices. This means that it provides all benefit of registering your devices, and in addition, it provides changing the local state of device. The changing of local state of device enables users to sign in using organizational work account or school account instead of personal account. Azure Multi-Factor Authentication, which is also called as MFA. The Azure Multi-Factor Authentication helps you to safeguard your data and application by providing you with an additional layer of security by allowing you to
they have a second method of strong authentications using any of authentication method. When you enable MFA, it provides you a extra layer of security for accessing your applications in Azure. By having a MFA enabled, you can safeguard your data and applications in Azure. MFA allows the organization to be compliant with industry standard and also helps organization from credential theft attacks. Even if attackers knows your password, attackers will not be able to authenticate as it requires second strong authentication method to access your resources. By enabling MFA multi-factor authentications, it protects your Azure resources from external attacks. Even if attackers knows your credentials, the attackers will not be able to access the devices or resources since the multi-factor authentication requires additional layer of security so that the users will be protected from the application and data. MFA features, multi-factor authentication features. Before going to MFA features, in a previous section we taught about MFA, multi-factor authentications. Multi-factor authentications MFA provides additional layer of securities that helps in safeguarding your application and data. We look some of the features of MFA. The first features of MFA is that with multi-factor authentications, you can get more security with less complexity. The MFA is more secure by safeguarding the application and data and helps to meet customer demands with simple single sign-on process. It provides customers with strong authentication method to sign in to your app with by different verification process such as by phone call, text messages or notification through mobile application. With MFA, you can mitigate threats with real-time monitoring and alerts. MFA allows you to mitigate the threats to your organizations using security monitoring and machine learning based reports, which helps to identify the inconsistent sign-in patterns. Using MFA, you can mitigate the potential threats and you can use real-time monitoring and set up alerts to notify your IT administrators with external attacks and suspicious account credentials. MFA is used with Office 365, Salesforce and more. You can use MFA with Office 365 and help us to secure Office 365 application at additional no cost. The MFA is used with Azure AD, Premium and other SaaS applications such as Salesforce, Dropbox and other services. Finally, MFA features provides you to add protections to Azure administrated accounts. The MFA add a layer of security to Azure administrator accounts with no additional cost. When you turn on MFA, you need to confirm your identity for creating a virtual machines, managing storage, and other Azure services. Next, we'll look at different methods in which you can authenticate through MFA. MFA authentication methods. You can authenticate to MFA by receiving a phone call through a mobile or your office phones. It allows you to send the automated voice call to your phone for authentications. So users register their phone devices for MFA. You'll also receive a text message to your phone. It sends the text messages to your phone for verifications. Once text message is received to user's phone, the user needs to enter a message for authentication. For MFA authentications, you also receive a notification through mobile app. It sends a push notifications to your phone or registered devices. Users view notifications and select approve to complete a verification process. You also receive a verification code for mobile app for MFA authentications. Microsoft Authenticator app generates a new auth verification code every 30 seconds. User enters the verification code to sign in interface. In this section, we will look at Azure Self-Service Password Reset, which is also called as SSPR. What is Azure Self-Service Password Reset? In your organization's majority of calls to help desk is to reset a password for users by using self-service password reset. You can bypass the help desk calls for resetting a password. It allows you to reset a password by your own. To configure the self-service password reset, you should remain who will be enable self-service password reset. To set a self-service password reset on Azure portals, you need to log into Azure portal with global administrative permissions. Under Azure Active Directory, select password reset. In password reset properties, there are three options: none, selected, and all. This is the page for logging into Azure portal. Under password reset properties, to reset your passwords or to provide permissions to users who need to be reset of passwords, you need to select a group in which uh, you need the users to have access to the reset your passwords. So you need to select the groups. Once the group is selected, you need to click on selected and click save to for the users to reset your passwords on their own. So it doesn't require any help desk assistance for resetting your passwords. If user wants to reset his password by his own using Azure self-service password reset, users can reset a password by his own. In the previous section, we talked about Azure self-service password reset. In Azure self-service password reset, users can reset a password by their own. Doesn't require any assistant help desk to reset the password. In this section, we'll talk about Azure self-service password reset authentication method. After enabling password reset for users and groups, you need to choose the authentication method for resetting your password. You require at least one authentication method to reset your password. You can choose from email notification, text or code sent to user mobile or office phone or set of security questions. In Azure portal, under password reset, you have an option called authentication method. This is the tab where you can send notification for resetting your password once password reset is done to users. Under password reset authentication method, there are different ways in which authentication method can be sent to users. We have mobile app notification, mobile app code. Both mobile app notifications and mobile app code is in preview, is yet to be released by Azure. We have email notifications, mobile app, mobile phone, office phone, security questions. Azure Active Directory user accounts. The Azure Active Directory defines users in three ways. Cloud identities. Users in cloud identities exist only in Azure AD. Examples are Microsoft account and users that you manage yourself. The source is Azure AD or external Azure AD. If user exists in another Azure AD but needs access to subscriptions resources that are controlled by this directory. When the accounts are removed from the primary directory, they are deleted. Directory synchronized identities. These users exist in on-premise Active Directory. It provides synchronization between your on-premise directory service and Azure AD through Azure AD Connect. The source directory is Windows Server AD. Guest user. Users exist outside Azure. Examples are users that exist from outside your organization or Microsoft account, such as Xbox Live account. The source is invited users. This type of account is useful when external vendors or contractors want to access your Azure resources once the contract is expired. You can remove their account and all their access. Next, we look at how to manage your user account. You can manage your user account using Azure portal. You can add new users through Azure portals. In addition to name and username, you can also add the profile information like job title and department. Things to be considered while managing Azure AD user account. To add users or manage users, you must be a global administrator. User profile information such as picture, job or contract information is optional. The deleted users can be restored within 30 days. Sign in and audit log information is available. The users can also be added to Azure AD through Office 365, Admin Center, Microsoft Intune, Admin Console, and CLI. In this section, we're going to see about how to create new users and groups in using Azure Portal. To add a new users or delete an existing user from Azure Active Directory, you must be a user administrator or a global administrator. We create a new user using Azure Portal. Follow below steps. Okay, we're going to see how to create a new user in to add a new user to a Azure Active Directory using Azure Portal. First, you need to sign into Azure Portal with user administrator for your organizations. Login URL for Azure Portal is portal.azure.com. Once you log into Azure Portal, it will ask for credentials and you need to provide your credentials. Once you log into your dashboard of Azure Portal, you need to search for or select Azure Active Directory. Once you log into Azure Active Directory page, on left side there will be a option called users. In users, when you click on the users icon, you can see all the users who are all created in Azure Active Directory. On top of new users, on top of users, you'll have a option called new users. On user page, you need to enter the information of the user whom you're going to create in Azure Active Directory. First, it will ask for a name. The name is the first name and last name of user. Username is the name which user wants to log into Azure Active Directory is the username. Groups is you must add the users to one or more existing groups. It is optional. You can add it here or you can add it later. Directory role is if you require to Azure AD administrative permissions for users, you can add them in Azure AD role. And job information is that you can add more information about users here or also you can add it later. Once you completed all the informations, you need to click you need to go to the next page. It will ask for a auto generated password, so you need to copy the auto generated password provided in the password box and you need to give the password to the user to sign in for first time. Once password and username is created, you need to select create to create a new users. So new users will be created in Azure Active Directory. And in this this is the page where you create a new users. On left there is an option called all users. When you click on all users, it will list all your users available in Azure Active Directory. On topmost in Azure Active Directory page there is an option called new users. You have to click new users. Once you click on new users, it will ask for to create a new users and you need to provide the following information like first name, last name, username, job informations, directory roles, groups, etc. Once everything is done, you need to create a password. Once password and username is created, click create and create a new users. This is the way we create a new users in Azure Active Directory using Azure Portal. Azure AD bulk user update. There are several ways you can bulk import or export the user account either using PowerShell or Excel file using comma separator value CSV file. This file can be manually created during Excel or it can be exported from an existing data source such as SQL database or an HR application. If you're using CSV file, naming conventions, you need to provide naming convention for users with username, display name and aliases. For example, username may consist of last name period first name. If a username is John Smith, you can provide a name as smith.john at contest.com. For password, you need to provide a way to deliver an initial password for newly created users. The password for newly created users must be delivered in a secure way. The method is commonly used to generating a random password for users and emailing the password to a new user email or the manager. In Active Directory page, if we go to bulk create user page, we have three different options. First, we need to download a CSV template. Once CSV template is downloaded, we need to edit the CSV template with all the informations for the users like username, display name, alias name, department, job informations, contact details, etc. Once every details has been edited in a CSV file, it has been uploaded in the third options. Once CSV file is uploaded, it will provide a bulk user update in Azure AD. Next, we'll look at how to configure bulk user account. Use You can configure bulk accounts in Azure AD using Windows PowerShell. You can use connect-az account to create a PowerShell connection to your directory. You should connect with your admin account. Create a password profile for new users. The password for new user should meet the password complexity rules you have set in the directory. Use import-csv to import the CSV file. You need to specify the path and file name of the CSV file. Provide a user parameters for the new users. Example, user principal name, display name, given name, department, and job title. And finally, use new-az AD user to create new user, which will create and configure bulk user account using Windows Azure AD PowerShell. Azure AD group accounts. The group accounts can be defined in two different ways. Security groups. Security group is commonly used to manage members and computer access to a shared resources for a group of users. For example, you can apply security groups to a specific security policy. This means that you can apply set of permissions to all members within the group rather than assigning permission individually. This requires you to have Azure AD administrative permissions. Office 365 groups. Office 365 groups provides collaborative access to members of the groups to access shared mailbox, calendars, files, SharePoint, and more. It also allows users from outside your organization to access the groups. This option is available for users and admins. Next, we look at how to add members to groups. There are different ways you can add members to groups. Assigned. It allows you to add a specific users to be members of this group and to have a unique permissions. Dynamic users. Users are provided with dynamic memberships rules which automatically adds and removes members. If a member meets the rule requirement, it is added. If the members does not meet the rule requirements, members is removed. Dynamic devices. It is provided with dynamic membership rules to automatically add and remove devices. If a device attribute changes, the system looks at your dynamic group rule of a directory to see whether members meet a rule requirement. If a member meets the rule requirement, members are added to the devices. If a member does not meet the group rule requirements, the members are removed from the devices. Azure AD Connect. The Azure AD Connect will integrate your on-premise directories to your Azure Active Directory. This allows you to provide a common identity to users for Office 365, Azure, and SaaS applications integrated with Azure AD. Azure AD Connect features. Azure AD Connect provides the following features. Password hash synchronization. It is a sign-in method that synchronization hash of users on-premise AD password with Azure AD. Pass-through authentications. It is a sign-in method that allows users to use same password for authentication both in on-premise and in the cloud. Federation integrations. The federation is an optional part of Azure AD Connect and can be used to configure hybrid environment using ADFS infrastructure. It provides ADFS management capabilities such as AD certificate renewal and ADFS server deployment. Synchronization. It is responsible for creating users, groups, and other objects, and also it makes sure that identity information for your on-premise users and group is matching the cloud. Health monitoring. The Azure AD Connect helps in providing health monitoring and provide a central location in Azure portal for this activity. Azure AD Connect Health. When you integrate your on-premise directories with your Azure AD, the users can access both the resources in on-premise and cloud. However, it is challenging to ensure that environment is healthy so that the users can reliably access both on-premise and cloud resources. The Azure AD Connect Health Monitoring provides you with a robust monitoring of your on-premise infrastructure. It also enables you to maintain a reliable connection to Office 365 and Microsoft Online Service. The Azure AD Connect Health helps you with monitoring and gaining insight of ADFS server, Azure AD Connect, and AD domain controllers. Monitoring and gaining insight into synchronizations that occurs between ADDS and Azure AD. Monitoring and gaining insight into your on-premise identity infrastructure that is used to access Office 365 and other Azure AD applications. Here you need to note that Azure AD Connect Health works by installing agent on each of your on-premise sync servers. Managing multiple directories in Azure AD. In Azure Active Directory, each tenant is independent of resources that it manages. There's no parent-child relationship between tenants. The tenant independence include resource independence, administrative independence, and synchronization independence. Resource independence. If you create or delete a resource in one tenant, it has no impact to other resources in another tenant. If you use one of your domain names with one tenant, it can be used with another tenant. Administrative independence. By default, a user who creates a tenant is added as the external user in a new tenant and assign global administrator role in new tenant. Administrator of other tenant cannot grant privileges to access another tenant. If you add or remove administrator roles for users from one tenant, changes does not affect the administrator roles for the users in another tenant. Synchronization independence. You can use Azure AD Connect tool to synchronize data with single AD forest. You can use Azure Active Tenant Connector to synchronize data with one or more on-premise forest and non-Azure AD resources. Azure AD Business to Business, which is also called as B2B. The Azure Active Directory Business to Business collaboration securely shares your company applications and data with guest users from any other organizations while maintaining the control over your own corporate data. The external users or vendors may be small or even they don't have Azure AD or IT department in their organization. You can allow external partners to use your credentials to access your company resources. As a developer, you can use Azure AD B2B API to customize invitation process or write application like self-service sign-up portal. With Azure AD B2B, there's no external administrative overhead for your organization. The partners uses their own credential and identities. Azure AD is not required. In Azure AD B2B, you need to manage external accounts and password. Using Azure AD B2B, you don't need to synchronize accounts or manage account lifecycles. Azure AD business to customer, which is also called as B2C. Azure AD B2C is a business to customer identity as a service. Your customer uses either social account or enterprise account or local account identities to get single sign-on access to your applications and APIs. The Azure AD B2C is a customer identity access management solutions capable of supporting millions of users and billions of authentication per day. It takes care of authentication, monitoring, and automatically handles threats like denial of service, password spray, or brute force attacks. With Azure AD B2B, you can invite users from other social media tenant into your own organization tenant. User provisioning is done by invited party. You are in control to invite other site users. The standard-based authentication protocol are used, including OpenID Connect, OAuth 2.0, and SAML, which integrates with most modern applications. Azure AD B2C provides a directory that holds 100 custom attributes per user. However, you can also integrate with external systems. For example, use Azure AD B2C for authentication but delegate to external customer relationship manager. Azure AD B2C also facilitates in identity verification and proofing by collecting user data, then passing it to third-party systems to perform validation, testing, and approval.